Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today's the 28th of June, 2017, and we are live. What is up, William, Jean, Mimi Praise, Frosty the cat has lost his or her appetite entirely, it seems. Brad Buttrick, what is up? I took my truck up to his property, and his property ate me up and spit me out. But it's fixed now, so there's that. When are you going to throw me one? RFB, I don't know what that means. Oh, my bad. My bad. How about now? Rick Daystar, what's up, brother? Stephen Palazzolo. Indeed. Eduardo Calderon, Blinded Journeyman. Systematic Divide. Indeed, indeed. Cha Edwin Officius. I don't know what that says. That's crazy. Bob Jackson. Let's see. White Wedge, Karen Miller, Rhonda Fairman, Moral Compass, TMC, what is up? Kelsey McKenna, what's going on? Rationally 24, what is up? Jim Jones, Kilroy was here. Amber Davis, -0. FU. There you go. Fighting Jesse Reed. All right, what's up, people? All right. It appears that we have made it to 100 grand, and I did not think that was going to happen. It's amazing how much they slowed down the channel, but we're here. Here we are. Now, I put this video up this morning. I talked to Robbie Davidson, the guy that runs Celebrate Truth's YouTube channel. He's also the guy that made the Scientism video or documentary. And I demonetized it intentionally because it's not my video. It's just a mirror. I put it up for somebody else. And then instantly YouTube slaps it with a bunch of copyright strikes and then allows some unseen, unknown entity to monetize his video on my channel. So I'm not having that. I took it down. Sorry. This is a really good video. It really, really resonated with me because he's using old school imagery with the technology that I'm trying to warn people about all the time. So it came out really, really well. What's up, William S? There's a subscriber says it's autism then. Speaking of it's autism then, it appears they have come out with a new type of vaccine that is actually a patch. It's like a nicotine patch, a transdermal patch, something to that effect, because these guys just will not stop with the vaccinating children. The more the merrier. They just keep nailing these guys, no pun intended. So I'll show you that as soon as this video is done playing. This is only a few minutes long. This is amazing because it literally got me. It worked. Robbie Davidson made this video and it worked because it got me to pick up the King James and literally read Luke 17. And I did. And it's amazing because this is exactly what we're going through right now. It's exactly what we're going through right now. You mentioned the word Jesus, you mentioned the word Bible, and people lose their entire minds. They start pointing, they show their teeth. It gets crazy. It blows me away how pissed off people get when you mention that evolution, gravity, all these other theories that are 500 years old that still haven't been proven in the last 500 years are taught in school as though they are facts. It pisses me off, and those are always the videos nobody cares about, it seems. So there's that. All right, it's almost over. I left a link in the chat for this video. It's a really good video. I tried to put it up, and I got copyrighted, and I took it down. Because ain't nobody got time for that. JMO. And yes, Kelsey McKenna said the theories are all made by Kabbalists. That's absolutely, completely, totally, 100% true. I made a video the other day about 15, 16, 17 minutes long, something to that effect. And I showed that everybody that everyone that is now a scientist, all the modern day scientists all lean back on John Dee, Sir Isaac Newton, Benjamin Franklin, all these other guys, every single solitary one of them has not a small thread going back to the occult, but a huge thread. Scrying mirrors, crystal balls, this, that, and the other thing. All of these people. Isaac Newton was a Kabbalist. John Dee was a Kabbalist. You know what I'm saying? All these people are. This science is just simply repackaged black magic all over again. Occult magic, whatever you want to call it. Talking to entities you're not supposed to talk to. Searching for answers outside of God. How's that? You're sidestepping God. You're going around God. You're talking to entities that will talk back to you. If you are praying, if you are going to what do you call them? The tarot card readers, all this stuff, and you're getting information. You are not getting it from a good entity. You're not getting it from God or one of the angels. You're getting it from a fallen angel or a demon. That's all there is to it. I don't know what to tell you. I've never been so inclined in my life to go have my fortune read. I don't want to hear what some woman. I don't even read fortune cookies. You see what I'm saying? But at any rate, it blows me away. People look at you like you're an absolute idiot when you tell them that gravity is an unprovable theory, nothing more. Yet it's taught in every single solitary textbook. Here's a clip of Neil deGrasse Tyson laughing at this woman because she asked him to explain gravity. He can't. So we're teaching kids about something that's been around for 500 years, and in 500 years we still can't prove it. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to look at density. Maybe it's time to look at electromagnetism. You see what I'm saying? Because gravity, this unseeable, unknowable, unmeasurable force, can't be explained, can't be quantified. Yet they claim there's gravity waves in outer space, right next to the invisible black holes they've discovered with this artist conception. You know what I'm saying? And every single solitary one of them go back to the Kabbalah. So there's that. That's what I think of those particular apples. So I don't know what to tell you. But people, I mean, it's amazing to me. Absolutely phenomenal how people stand up for this stuff and look down at you like you're an idiot when you show them facts. How about this? This is a live stream that's happening this morning. This is NASA. Do you notice anything different about this particular live stream? This handsome young lady is standing sideways. You know why? Because they've been caught so many times with the wires coming off the back of their shirts and off of their little belts right here. They're doing this because they do watch us. They do monitor us. There's an entire crew of little cronies, trolls, whatever you want to call them, from NASA that monitor what we're saying and then try to debunk it in videos like this. Why do you think she's sideways on this particular lovely day? Absolutely ridiculous. And in the last live stream I did the other day, I showed you how that computer guy showed everything that they were doing. That explained so very much. You know what I'm saying? These guys do live streams from the International Space Station with a guy singing on a stage on Earth while the guy on the space station's playing the guitar, but they completely forget about the fact that there should be a time delay in the transmission. You know what I'm saying? But they know that the sheep don't catch this stuff, so they don't necessarily really care. So there's that. Shelley Slater said she's a man anyway, probably. Probably. I wouldn't be, what is this? I asked RFB I could even share, and he blocked me. Well, there's two things going on. First of all, if I'm reading your comment live, you're not blocked. And second of all, I don't know you, dude. People think just because they contact you, oh my God, I have a lot of people contact me. I look at their content. If it doesn't jive with me, there's that. Saying that you're blocked is like saying that gravity's a proven thing. It makes absolutely no sense. You see what I'm saying? At any rate, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So check this out. I have to say thanks to all the people that have kicked in on the Patreon account. That is absolutely awesome. I appreciate it, and I try to get back to your messages as soon as I can, and I know I have to do a couple of live streams with you guys, so hit me up. Richie from Boston, blah, 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 on Skype. Okay? My Skype is not always on, so there's that. Moving on. This was a very odd link somebody sent me yesterday. This is another particle physics news and resources. This came out 2 days ago. Dark Matter Day is approaching. Dark Matter Day is approaching. Okay, so that's the first I've ever heard of that in my entire life. But don't be afraid of the dark. A global hunt for the universe's missing matter is underway, and this autumn, everyone is invited to join in. Well, when will this Dark Matter Day happen, do you figure? Well, on and around October 31st, 2017. Events around the world will celebrate the hunt for the universe's unseen dark matter. Dark Matter Day events will engage the public in discussions about dark matter and the many experiments that seek to solve its mysteries. Yeah, nothing to see here. We're all just a bunch of assholes because we keep connecting science and the occult together, but then it seems exactly like they're doing it too. Why in the entire world would they put out information like this? Yeah, we're going to be looking for dark matter, and we want you to help. That doesn't make any sense to me in the first place whatsoever at all. But of course, it's going to be on All Hallows Eve. It's going to be on Halloween, like one of the #1 holidays that they've concocted in the United States that people go for hook, line, and sinker. Totally, totally amazing to me. And this is a real thing. And it's been up for several days. They want everybody to jump in and help them discover dark matter. That makes no sense to me. But again, Halloween, science, CERN, Shiva. You know, we're a completely scientific, yet we have an enormous statue of Shiva outside. You know what I'm saying? Every single solitary thing to do with science crosses right over into the occult. And I was talking to The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction yesterday on Skype, and we should have recorded it. We both found out afterwards, but we didn't. So there's that. I was talking to him yesterday, and it's funny how science has brought right back around to the entire community, the occult, right out in the open, and nobody still sees it because they're too busy bowing down, literally, to their technology. Absolutely amazes me, man. Yeah, see, there's no need for, yeah, see that's how you get put in timeout, saying stupid racial shit. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. What does the Gothard Tunnel ritual have to do with science? I don't know if that's sarcastic. I don't know what that is. What does the Gothard Tunnel ritual have to do with Department of Public Works? How's that? When have you ever seen them indoctrinate a new building, a new tunnel, a new bridge with an 8 million pound ceremony that went on for as long as the Gothard Tunnel did? Because that was out of control. And it seems that since they started the Gothard Tunnel, since they did that last June, it has been full speed ahead for their agendas because they do not stop. Everything is now out in the open. They're no longer pussyfooting around or pretending. They're straight out there with it. You know what I mean? Since the Gothard Tunnel happened, we have seen, hold on, I'm typing. Where is it? There we go. Since the Gothard Tunnel ritual started last year, since they kicked it off on June 5th last year, we have seen the transgender. We have seen children, transgender children on the front page of National Geographic, which makes zero sense whatsoever. When I saw this video, when I put this video out, I told everybody, everyone said, how did you feel? What did you think? The first thing that I felt was my heart dropped. Because watching these guys do this particular ritual out in the open, no big deal, no problem here, all this stuff because they made a tunnel, my heart dropped because that was them declaring, we do have the technology to tear the veil. We are going to fight God. We are going to suck everybody into it. And for a few weeks, people were very up in arms about this entire thing. And then it kind of faded away. But if you look back from last June to this June, things have changed on this earthly plane exponentially. Exponentially. WikiLeaks came out with the Podesta email, quote unquote, leak. Pizzagate, quote unquote, became a thing. And right on the tail, actually coming from Pizzagate, fake news. over and over and over. Spirit cooking. Everything else came out through Gothard Tunnel. Gothard Tunnel was their declaration to humanity that we are no longer going to hide in the shadows. We are going to practice our satanic, demonic rituals right in front of you. And if you have anything to say about it, oh well, nobody's listening anyway. And that's what I saw, and that's what it seems like what's going on right now to me. JMO. Days of Noah. That's exactly why that video that Robbie made, Celebrate Truth YouTube channel made, resonated with me so bad. It did two things. It made me think, and it made me pick up a Bible and actually read the verses. And it's really odd because I have an antique Bible. Where am I? Watch this. You see me? All right. I have an antique King James version that I bought on eBay for a couple of $100. I don't know what that is. I don't know if anybody knows. I have no idea why this pin is in the front cover of it, but it is. This Bible in Luke 17 says 2 men will be laying in a bed, and one of them will be taken and the other one will be left. I have no clue whatsoever what that means. So if somebody can enlighten us in the comment section, that would be ideal. Miss D says Liam is an RFB hater. You know what he is? He's one of those people that contacted me, didn't get a response, and all of a sudden they went the entire opposite way with it. Believe it or not, getting back to 2,000 to 3,000 emails a day just ain't happening. Just ain't happening. I have enough trouble as it is keeping up with videos and all this never-ending parade of satanic and wacky shit that's going on this planet right now. For instance, remember how all of us were trying to figure out why they seem to have stopped chemtrailing for a couple of days, 3-4 days? Yesterday, we had a storm in Boston that was off the hook. Tornadoes, hail, trees down, everything, and people literally caught video of the sun setting afterwards at 9:30 at night, and then another solar object right next to it. I'll put the video up later. I got video myself. Absolutely crazy. There was what appeared to be 2 suns in the sky, separated by several thousand miles, but still setting in the west. Very crazy. It turns out that exactly when they seem to have stopped spraying was when they were also testing this giant laser that they were going to shoot across Chesapeake Bay. According to the Navy, boaters and fishermen out on Chesapeake Bay at sunset Tuesday night, June 27th, which was last night, could catch a glimpse of a green beam of light flashing across the water as the Navy tests a long-range laser. Well, how could they catch a beam shooting across the water if the Earth is completely round, like NASA tells us all the time, right? Is that another FUBAR? Did they forget again? It is so unbelievable to me how quickly, how easily people follow anything that science says. We are looking at modern-day alchemists, Kabbalists, and magicians walking around in white shirts making astronomical claims, no pun intended, about all sorts of crazy shit that makes no sense. And if you sit back and try to test any one of these theories on your own, or if you look back at the actual quote-unquote science that was supposed to be involved in this, you'll discover that nobody's ever proven anything, like, for instance, that the Earth is spinning, moving, or doing anything whatsoever at all. That's never been proven, and it's actually quite the opposite. But they bury that. Oh, we can't explain what gravity is, but, you know, come on, man. Sir Isaac Newton proved that 500 years ago. What are you guys, an idiot? An apple fell on his head. I mean, come on. Sure, there's gravity. An apple fell. You know what I mean? Come on. It blows me away. And people just swallow this shit up, hook, line, and sinker. Watch this. Prove gravity. OMG. It's done. There it is. It makes absolutely little to zero sense. If gravity was a real thing, think about this for real. If gravity was real, I weigh 240. If I'm standing next to somebody that weighs 100 pounds, the gravity it would require to hold my fat ass down onto the planet would crush the 100-pound person, and it would most certainly wouldn't allow any birds to fly whatsoever at all, because it would crush them all. Gravity's not real. Gravity can't be proven because gravity's not real, and gravity can't be proven. You dig? You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's too early for this. I woke up with my new neighbor out across the street cutting down the one tree left in the neighborhood. And these are also the same people that run around bitching and complaining that global warming's going to kill us all. Drive an electric car, but they cut down all the trees. You see, it's just absolutely staggering to me. I can't fathom the amount of stupidity that we're facing in these last days. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, I'm going to jump into the chat real quick, so take it easy. Evolution is Steve Palazzolo. I hope that's right. Evolution is even more ridiculous. It's absolutely, totally ridiculous. Even the premise of it. Oh, I used to be a rock, but then it rained on me, and then I turned into mud somehow, and then the mud just held its breath and turned into an organism that then divided itself and turned into a fish, which then walked out of the water one day and figured out how to breathe. I mean, none of it makes any sense. Darwin himself said the biggest problem with his theory is there's no proof. Everyone that wants to sit here and jump around, oh, they had proof. It was in a museum. Every single solitary one of them has been proven as a hoax. A human body with an orangutan jawbone is not a missing link. It's nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it's absolutely unbelievable to me. Can you speed up the chat? You guys are killing me. That's funny. All right. Mark Armstrong says Luke's 17:34 means one will learn, one will not Hebrew. No, I understand that. It's actually, I use that term all the time. Two people standing together, one of them sees the chemical trails, the other one does not. There it is, right there. But what I'm wondering about, has it always said two men will be in one bed, one will be taken and one won't? And I know people, oh, it's a Mandela effect. Yeah, I don't know about that. But this Bible is, let me show you one more time. This Bible is incredibly old. It's from the 1800s. And again, it has a pin in the front, which I don't know why. I don't know if you can see that. See that? I don't know what that means, man. But I got this to prove that the Mandela effect wasn't going back in time and changing the Bible. What they're doing is every time they print a new Bible, they're changing it. I hate Skype. I hate Skype. It's so annoying. It is. It's like having a chihuahua in the house. It's always making noise, but it doesn't actually help you do anything. So there's that. Nobody? I have not seen a diamond-shaped UFO. How about the upcoming false flag alien attack? You have to be more specific. I think I've covered that pretty well. How about the on-planet alien attack? Look at this. How many days is YouTube going to leave this gay flag up here, the gay pride thing? What about human pride, human being pride, American, planetary pride? You know, it just amazes me that these enormous corporations are backing the smallest percentage, and it just so happens that that's how it was back in the days of Noah. Again. Okay, Data Junkie says, the two men parable is the same as the virgins with the oil lamp. One takes first, the ones taken first don't have oil, and God's holy. I know, no, I don't wonder what the parable means. I'm asking, was it always two men in one bed? Because it just sounds odd. You know what I mean? Two women grinding together and two men in one bed. It is in a late 1800s King James Version Bible. So I'm just curious if it's always been like that. Have you looked at the Peru mummies with three fingers? Well, yeah, I made a video about it the other day. It's called Three-Fingered Alien, so forth and so on. So yeah, I've seen it. I find it funny that I put out videos and then like a month later, every other channel puts out the video like it's new information. That freaks me out. Dino, I don't know how to say your last name, brother. It says, who cares? The gays don't affect us. Well, yeah, that's absolutely, completely, entirely, totally wrong. Because when they're teaching children how to do how to do gay sex in school when they're still in their elementary school. That is kind of affecting it. It's affecting it a lot. When every single solitary show shows two men kissing, even a cartoon, Rick and Morty has two men kissing. That does affect them, okay? It normalizes it. It makes everyone think that the tiny percentage of the planet that's allegedly gay needs to be normalized. I lost my thread there. So that's what happens. Yeah, there you go. Gay, yeah. Think about what gay said. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, boy. Are you familiar with Adam's calendar and salt? Yes, nice. Yes, I am. Graham Hancock covered that a long, long time ago, and I think I follow Graham Hancock. Every single thing he did, all the time, forever, until he started doing ayahuasca and talking about the. Every time he was in an altered state, he ran into a serpent, a friendly, happy serpent, and he didn't seem to see what it meant. And I had to leave, so I did. Okay, chemtrails, not for 4 days. That's because they were testing a giant laser that they wanted to shoot across the Chesapeake Bay. But the Earth's curved, but don't let that bother you. No big deal. Those little wacky details. Dark Matter Day is coming on Halloween, of course. Scientists need your help finding dark matter. That doesn't even make any sense. This whole thing makes no sense whatsoever at all for so many reasons, but they need your help on Halloween. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Strictly scientific. They're not the ones that blur the line. You know what I'm saying? What else did I have? Well, other than the fact that I pretty much showed you every single godfather of science was heavily into the Kabbalah, heavily into talking to aliens or other fairies or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Mimi Praise just dropped the hammer. She's no joke. Riots on the... I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. I do not know. Friday the 13th in October. Richie mad this morning. No, Richie's in a good mood this morning. Trolls are... Well, yeah, again, the Jesus freak. I got to remind you. Do you know how many little kids are out on their laptops this morning because they don't have school? You got to remember, half of the juvenile behavior is because they're juveniles. It is what it is. Fairy lives matter indeed. Yeah, they want help finding dark matter. I mean, what does that even mean? I'm trying to figure out what the real agenda is here. But, I mean, hey, here's something that we can't prove, we can't see, we can't weigh, we can't quantify, a lot like gravity. But we want you all to help us find it. Okay. Does anybody else notice that this is totally, absolutely ridiculous and nobody seems to care whatsoever at all? Or is it just me? All right, I can't remember your names, but somebody sent me, I got a couple of emails and a couple of people said that they successfully woke up some people using my videos. And if it wasn't bullshit, it's awesome. It really is, because you really start doubting shit after a while. All right. Yeah, and I swear way worse than this, but once in a while I swear, because you know what? We're all grown-ups. It is what it is. All right, so I lost my screen. I'm completely dark. Can you guys hear me? Are we still live? RFB, can I feel love and dot be live in Jesus? I don't know, man. I don't know. Can you guys currently hear me? Yes, 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 yes. All right, cool. But we got no screen again, huh? That's ideal. That's just totally totally coincidental that my screen continues to go out every time I go live. So we made it to 100 grand. How do you like them apples, huh? I did not believe that was going to happen at all. Not at all, and it did. So once again, I was wrong. At any rate. All right, we're back. We're back. Dark matter. All right, Luann Marie said, or Mary, I don't know how to say that, sorry. It is what it is. Don't be offended. or be offended. Go to your space, safe space. Who cares? But think about this. This is a real press release. This is really from the Particle Physics News and Research sources, where they're asking people to help them find dark matter on Halloween. That makes no sense to me. No sense to me whatsoever at all. So I don't know what the real agenda, I don't know what the real story, I don't know what the real secret. I can't seem to figure this one out at all. So you guys need to look at this and see what you can come up with. Why is there a day dedicated to dark matter? Revealing dark matter's true nature will tell us a lot about the origins, evolution, and overall structure in the universe, and will reshape our understanding of physics. Who is behind Dark Matter Day? The first ever Dark Matter Day campaign was conceived by the Interactions Collaboration, a group of science communicators representing the world's particle physics laboratories. Unbelievable. Let's go to Dark. Oh my, look at this. We have an entire darkmatterday.com. Well, let's go show them some love, I'd have to say. October 31st, you can plan a Dark Matter Day event. Awesome. You can find a Dark Matter Day event near you. And I know there's one in Boston because Boston sucks. And then what is dark matter? There's more to the universe than stars, planets, asteroids, comets, and space dust. In fact, there's a lot more to the universe we can't yet explain. But we continue to do it anyways. And then we show you artist conceptions and people believe it. No problem at all. Because they're fanboys. Well, it doesn't actually say that, but it should say that. JMO. So, at any rate, all right. People have found their grandmas over People have found their grandmas over 40 years. King James Bible changed. That two-man thing was not in there before. Well, that's the problem. This Bible that I have right here is from 1890 or 1880, one of the two. It's pretty damn old, and I paid a lot for it because I wanted it in good condition. And it definitely says that. And I'm pretty sure they weren't in here changing it, but why is Boston so involved in 9/11 Boston bombing? I don't understand what that means at all. The Sharface 84. Jesus died. He won't be back. I feel bad for you, man. That's wrong. You should look into that. But my ex-wife. That's hilarious. Yeah, people always say this channel has been shut down, and then they find out that a lot of people just pull the plug in their own channel because it makes it more dramatic. I've seen that happen I don't know how many times over the 10 years. So before anyone says anyone's channel got shut down, make sure it wasn't them. You know what I mean? A lot of people just don't want to do this anymore because it's so much work. It's, again, like I said the other day, putting your face, putting your info, putting yourself on YouTube is exactly like running for president because everybody takes shots at you. It sucks. You're putting yourself right out there. And being a truther in the real world doesn't really up your status. People think you're an absolute idiot, if you know what I'm saying. So there's that. A lot of people seem to leave comments after the live stream's over, and they still think that it's live. And it's not. Just FYI. After the live stream's over, it goes up as a video. So when people are like, I can't hear you, the chat's not working, it's because it's over. So there's that. Ruffle. Roll on the floor laughing. Quit celebrating the occult and calling it Halloween Christians. Yeah. I don't celebrate Halloween, and I don't recommend it to anybody. But what I am trying to figure out is why are they pushing this so much this particular year? Because if everybody's correct, this is after September 23rd, right? This is after the enormous solar eclipse that's going to shut the sun down in the United States for the first time in 40 years. So that's kind of a trip. I think if they're going to do anything, it's going to be on that day. Because, I mean, what's better than that? The sun turns to black? Yeah, something wacky's going to happen. Because that's how they roll. This vape is delicious. It tastes like Rice Krispie treats. It's delish. There's no nicotine in it anymore, so I'm just doing it for fun. But again, real quick, let's take a peek at this lady. She's standing sideways because so many videos have proven point blank and shown the wires and the harnesses holding them up. So this is supposed to go, see? How could they possibly do this? Look at this technology. Everything that they show you up there is totally fake. What are the lights moving through the sky every once in a while? I would have to assume that they're luminaries moving around on their I don't even know how you say that. They're up there doing things, going to Walmart, doing whatever. You know what I mean? I see things moving in the sky all the time. But when you zoom in on them, they're still little lights. They don't turn into anything. So I don't know what to say about that. I have no clue. Solar eclipse is August 21st or August 23rd. I forget. Stand by. Yeah, August 21st. August 21st. And to me, if they're going to do anything, it's going to be on that day. The link's in the chat right now. All right. Any questions here that I can possibly answer? Vape Dudes Online Amazing Flavors. I have a Greek Ortho Bible that says 2 men in 1 bed, 1 is taken. Yeah, mine too. Mine too. What about smart? Well, we've covered that ad nauseum. Ad nauseum. Smart dust could be many things. Smart dust might be completely made up. Who knows at this point? Honestly. Type Illuminati backwards and you get NSA. Yes, you do. Yellowstone, maybe, man, maybe. I don't see anything abnormal happening there other than Sophia, NASA's real Hubble telescope. Sophia was flying around out there for a while, but I don't know if it still is. And all those earthquakes, that's what happens. It's an active area. It's always doing that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Will it hide us from God? I don't know about that. Why am I so handsome? I don't know. We are not all headed to the same future. If you live in fear, you will stay here. Yeah, that's one new age way to think of it, but I don't believe it. So Antarctica is Atlantis. We come from aliens. Yeah, that's totally wrong. How can anyone ask a question? So much spam. Well, there's 1,200 people watching and commenting, so that's not spam. That's comments. And how can they ask a question? Probably just the way you just did. See how that worked? You asked a question, I answered. It wasn't bad. See that? See that? Nice. Jesus Saves says, hey, everyone. Still no chemtrails in Boston. Not that I've seen yet. But I mean, last night, the storm that came in last night was absolutely off the hook. And somebody in Worcester, Massachusetts, Joe Burbo's YouTube channel, literally caught video of the sun setting and then another sun setting at the exact same time in the sky. It was very crazy. And I saw the same thing, and the sky was still lit up at 9:30 at night. And all sorts of hell was breaking loose. Hail, also, we don't get weather like that very often, so it was very crazy. I'll put up the video later. Gloomy skies, spraying heavy. All right, guys. I am going to kill this because I said what I had to say real quick. Sophia McD, Holly S., Jerry Runk, Lopez 7847, Josh in the IE. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's Nemesis. I don't believe that it's possible for other quote unquote heavenly bodies to come into our atmosphere, because I believe the firmament prevents that. I used to believe in that stuff until I actually saw stuff in the sky that made me figure out that the sky above us is really water, which is why it's blue. It could easily be a solar satellite that Boeing has patented. It's hard to tell. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't think it's Nemesis. And the fact that NASA put out that information saying that they found a quote unquote evil sun in the sky, it just smacks of bullshit. So tough to tell. At any rate. All right, guys. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or do not. I am out. Have a good day. Peace.